their information. What does this do? Evidence makes that particular claim valid, whatever you are trying to say. So not only I believe this, so many experts also believe in this. Or say you have read this in certain magazine as in not some informative magazine, that is what I mean. So this evidence includes examples, facts, quotations, statistics and illustration. So based on this example you are saying this, based on this information from so and so I am saying this. Okay, what does evidence also do? Give more reasoning to your topic. Show how this evidence is valid for your claim. Again, I am repeating myself. Why I believe in this is because of these reasons. This is why my point of view is valid. Alright, cite your sources. Citing is very important. Now a lot of you might not have heard this term cite. Okay, cite is citation. So citation is a very research oriented term. Okay, citing simply means giving credit to that original author. So this, what does this citing do? Protects the original author. The way you cannot steal someone else's things, you cannot steal someone else's information also, because they have collected that information with a lot of efforts, right? Intellectual rights. The way, for example, this house is mine. I have property rights. Someone else cannot come and start living here. Property rights. Like that, I have intellectual rights also. Say I have written a poem and you want to use it in your work, you definitely have to cite it. Okay, say this poem is published somewhere, you need to mention, okay, Pratiksha Manglekar has written this poem in such a book. Alright, this protects the original author, originality remains. Okay, and also gives credits to the authors. A lot of us have the habit of using quotes by famous people. Okay, do unto others what you want others to do unto you. We never quote that original author who has actually said this. It is Mahatma Gandhi. So you need to give credit to that particular author. What does this do? The readers want to know more, they can find the source. Say for example, the reader actually likes that poem, they will think, okay, who could this poet be? Pratiksha Manglekar. Let me go and search, and I am maybe that person would be interested in that poet's other works. Alright, integrity and credibility to your works. This provides integrity and credibility to your work. Okay, integrity is, okay, you are a person of respect. Even when it is someone else's work, you are giving credit to them. And this engages in scholarship. Definitely, when you are quoting other people, when you're going to say, okay, this is taken from the Times of Hindu, the Times of India. When you say this, Times of India has mentioned, what does the reader think? Okay, the reader starts believing that, okay, this person is engaging constantly in scholarship, constantly reads such things, constantly is engaged with reading. Okay, so that gives a lot of scholarship. Avoids plagiarism. Plagiarism is nothing but stealing others' work. Okay, so this is citing is a very important thing, especially when it comes to research level of essays. Next is to organize content. This is the most important part when it comes to actually writing that particular essay. We'll look at this in detail. First of all, you have to use paragraphs. A lot of students have this habit of say your page is, you have a long page to write, and they will write the topic and then they start writing it. They start with a paragraph, or sometimes not even that, and then they go on writing. It's just endless. You should always divide your content into paragraphs. What does this do? This provides a lot of ease for the readers. Okay, so normally one paragraph deals with one single subtopic or theme. For example, when usually the first paragraph talks about the introduction, you're going to give the background, and so we'll look at that in detail now. And the second paragraph deals with one particular theme. Alright, so this organization of your content makes it easier for the reader to read. Alright, focus on the first and last sentence of every paragraph. This is a very important writing skill that we must all have. Normally it is said that, you know, a good essay, the first sentence of your paragraph is always the title statement. This is going to tell you, the first sentence is going to tell you what that particular paragraph talks about, and then the last paragraph of the last line of that paragraph should always act like a link for the next paragraph. So there should be some link between the ending of first paragraph and the beginning of second paragraph. The same rules apply for the second paragraph also. When you start the second paragraph, the first sentence is very important. It is a title statement to your paragraph, and so on. This gives a certain link while writing as well as while reading. Okay, how do we organize content? This is something that I have, you know, made for you for your information. So first paragraph. Normally at least you should have 3 paragraphs in your essays, minimum 3 paragraphs. If you want to go beyond, I'll tell you how we go beyond. 1 paragraph is always reserved for the introduction. In the introduction, you need to tell your standpoint, okay, what you are going to talk about. You are going to define your key elements that are there. Say for example, education, or education and technology. In that particular example I'm talking about, okay, elaborated topic. You need to tell more about that topic that is there, right, and why it could be important now. Next is you discuss background information, like I said, definitions and all that. Okay, you say the reader does not absolutely know anything about this. It should provide a certain, at least a definition or the meaning of that particular term, or those terms if there are multiple terms. Next we move on to body. Body is again a very important aspect of an essay, because that contains all the information. Okay, all the informations, all the examples, facts, everything that you're going to provide as evidence will come in the body. Now it is really up to you. Okay, you can divide the body in 3 paragraphs itself. I have written body 1, body 2, body 3. Again, depends. Say for example, I am going to write an essay about the same topic, whether technology will replace teachers. What I can do is, in body 1, first paragraph of the body, I will write how traditional teaching methods were. Okay, in body 2 I can write what technology is, and how it is advancing, and how it technology has taken over all the fields. And in body 3 I can write a combination of both. Okay, how technology in education came, and how it became really important in the recent times of COVID, when students could not go to schools or colleges, how online classes were taken, and so on. Okay, so this is body 1, body 2, body 3, and at the end of body 3, obviously I will have a standpoint in all these. Okay, while writing any of the sentences, I will remember what is my argument. Say for example, I as a traditional teacher don't believe in technology, or I don't think technologies can ever take over teaching. Throughout I need to stick to that point of view. I cannot ever divert. I cannot change my point of view in the middle. So I will end it with body 3 and then go to the conclusion. Conclusion is also really important, because this provides a quick summary of what you have written. Whatever you have written so far, you need to write it in, say, 2 to 3 sentences, or you can go up to 5 sentences. It usually has a message or a concluding remark, or both. Okay, what message you want to give to the reader. So I also think that you should believe in this. Because of these reasons, I think you should also believe in this. And a concluding remark. Therefore, with these examples, I would like to conclude the essay. Okay, with this you can this is how you organize an essay. This is considered a good essay. Okay, but then remember this. Say for one, if you're writing a page long essay, there should be minimum 3 paragraphs, but don't go beyond 4 also. More than 4 or 5 paragraphs in one single page is a little too much. All right, you can go, say your essay is going to be really long, say a 1,000-word essay, or 750 words to 1,000-word essay can go up to 5 paragraphs. But something smaller than that, 500-word essay, 250 to 500-word essay can be limited to 3 paragraphs only. You need to look at how much you have to write and then decide what is supposed to be done. All right, last 2 points are writing a draft and to proofread. What writing a draft does, what is writing a draft, right? You write like a rough essay. This is not for your examinations. This is only for your assignments or otherwise if you're writing, because in examinations you can't afford to waste time writing a draft. You can do that during a practice time. So writing a draft, it helps you to expand on the initial ideas. It is said, initially what you start writing are normally the best ideas, but then you haven't written them so well. Next is organization of content, how you organize. Okay, it can happen that while writing the draft you have put something of something that is an evidence in the beginning. Next is the first draft usually has the main idea, so you can take those main ideas and then write it in your final essay. Then what does proofreading do? Proofreading normally helps you to improvise. This writing a draft and proofreading is giving you a room to make mistakes. Okay, it's okay if you make mistakes, because you're going to write a final one later. You're going to take ideas from this and write later, and it helps you improvise. Like you can check your grammar, you can check your spellings, you can see if the construction or the organization is wrong somewhere, if you have made mistakes. Okay, you can also check for proof when you're saying that this person has quoted, you're writing someone else's quote, say you have made a mistake, you can check it. This gives you a ground to improvise on what is already written. That is why these are very important elements of writing. All right, with this we come to the end of the session on essay writing. I hope that this was an informative session, and we'll meet again with another video. Thank you.